I'm here with Ambuj Goyal, who's the CEO of Magine. Ambuj, you've been talking a lot and you've developed a concept called the TV Superhighway.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the concept and the markets you're addressing with it?
We think the success of TV would be if we could create frictionless content, just like internet created a frictionless content for journalism. If we could do the same for TV content, which is watched by billions of people, you'll create a content economy, which is an amazing economy. So we expect that people will get to the TV Superhighway, the content owners and the distributors, and one can take somebody's content, fully content rights protected, so viewers can watch brilliant TV.
So can you tell us something about some of the deals you've been striking to use the TV Superhighway to address some of these markets?
The view is that the more content owners you will have on the platform, the more distributors will come, and more distributors we will have, more content owners will come. That's how the virtuous circle is created, or a content economy would be created. So we gave samples of that. Some content owners like Yado, there's a brilliant content being created in a factual domain by people like Nick Fraser, who worked for Storywell at BBC. They are getting onto the platform, so we showed an example of that. Or a distributor, like in China, who's distributing to 100 million households in 6 regions, would be distributors. So more distributors, more content owners, more content owners, more distributors. So viewers can watch what they want to watch. So those were just samples of multiple examples that we want to continue to work with.
So we're talking about companies that have content, that are addressing a global audience with the content. What are some of the challenges they face in doing that?
The only example I can give you, take a look at this event. All right, we are at the event MIPCOM, where huge number of content owners are doing deals with huge number of distributors and broadcasters. And there is a economy which has a lot of friction. Viewers get what the broadcasters or the satellite owners or cable owners choose, and content owners are unable to, almost all the time, able to get every viewer that they want to get. So there is a friction in this economy, content economy. Just imagine if internet was created like this. The only way you could publish a content is come to a conference, right? Our only way you can consume a content is to buy the content from a conference. The internet was created like that. That's what we are doing with TV Superhighway. But an important point to note is content has price. Content needs to be rights protected, because it's not digital first companies will take anywhere, but traditional companies will have content that has already been exclusively sold in some markets. So our objective is create a frictionless economy out here, content economy. And we know in the history of the world, anytime there's a frictionless economy created, the whole economy expands and more people benefit.
So how much variation and what type of business models are you seeing reflecting the kind of deals that are being struck between content owners and platforms?
So every which kind, right? So as I mentioned, the digital first companies just want to access everybody in hundreds of countries. For example, Yado will talk about going into 100+ countries because they're a digital first company. When you have a traditional content owner who has been in the market for a long period of time, they have done rights in different parts of the market, so they say, how do I get to the rest of the world or rest of the audience in an existing world? And so we see a different kind of apply. Now, from a distributor perspective, we see traditional broadcasters and traditional satellite providers, but from a new kind of distributor is emerging, very targeted. Things like we sell only to students and universities. So what kind of content I can create? So you create a virtual MSO in a day if you are on Magine's TV Superhighway, because you say only that content I will take that is appealing to this particular audience. So you can micro-market television based on the pull rather than the push, what is happening in the industry.
So the addressable market is obviously huge. What are your goals for Magine in terms of how you would measure your success?
So our objective is to get this economy started. So we would get, in the beginning, dozens of content owners and dozens of distributors onto the platform, so people see the value of it. And if it takes off, There is no reason everybody in the world who watches television, whether it's recorded television or live television, wouldn't be watching some content from TV Superhighway. But as a prudent business model for us, our target is that in 5 years we get to 100 million viewers worldwide. And I think we are on that track. With the existing deals that we talked about, they will pan out, and then the deals that we are in the pipeline, people are seeing how this happens. Now, my dream is that it expands, like everybody in the world is watching something, so order of magnitude goes 10x. So what I just said about 100 million viewers watching in 5 years could be the biggest understatement I did this year.